I don't know what we can talk about in this nation without talking about white superiority, honestly.
Who defines the meaning of God also defines the relationship between economy and God.
African Americans spent $1.3 trillion last year, making us the 16th wealthiest nation in the world. Why have we not turned those riches into wealth to develop our community?
Peace, family. Again, I'm just so happy to be here. My heart is pounding. Oh my! I'm so excited to finally sit down with Queen Afua. This is going to be. This is good. This is good. And I see you guys are super excited in the chat. Some of you have been here since 7:30. So peace up, peace out, all of that good stuff. Before we get started, let me just first give a huge shout out to Washington, D.C. You guys showed up and showed out to the city, to the Happy City Tour. Oh my God. You guys need to check out our social media and look at all the people that showed up. You guys were wrapped around the corner. It was so beautiful being around you guys, just seeing you guys so many times. A lot of you, we see you guys on social media. And so I just know you by your social media names. And then I look at your pictures, but to see you in person, you guys showed up. Just a huge shout out to Anthony Browder and Atlantis Browder. He gave it's spectacular. Okay, it was a spectacular event. His lecture was off the chain. At some point, we will, most of it, I believe, is on our Instagram live, so you can see it. But shout outs to Anthony Browder. I mean, he was so gracious, him and Atlantis. So thank you. And shout out to the Happy crew. Let me tell you, we had Brittany Motley in the house. She rolled with us to Philly. She rolled with us to DC. So thank you. Peace out to Nafisa. She was not personally there with us, but shout out to all the love and support that she's been giving us, and helping us. And shout out to my homie, my partner in crime, Taki Grant. It was such a beautiful event. It was at the Miracle Theater. And just seeing you, T.I., it was nice finally seeing you. Just beautiful. So thank you. So now next stop is Atlanta. We will be there on Saturday at the Riverside Epicenter. If you do not have your tickets and you are in the Atlanta area, you need to come through. And let me just put up the little website right there. You can get everything at hapifilm.com. While you're there, Atlanta, getting your tickets. Now, let me tell you about Atlanta. We had Anthony Browder in DC. Atlanta is fire because we have Dr. David Anderson, who is a real estate financial guru. He's given a special presentation, which is going to be like off the chain. And then after the screening, we are having a panel discussion. Dr. Chika Akua will be hosting. We have Taki. We have Shar Bates from Alter Candy. We have Blue Pill. We have Dr. Alicia Watkins on the panel. So this is going to be this is going to be great. And after that, we head to Houston, where we will now we can just tell you that Professor James Small and Dr. Wade Nobles and Asar Imhotep will be part of the panel discussion that will follow a screening there. So if you are in those two areas, please get your tickets. Okay, right there, hapifilm.com. Also, we had announced at our last on the last HAPI Talks that we're all going to Kemet in February, and we are hosting the first One Africa Returning to the Source conference and study tour. Now, this study tour, this is magnificent. Look at all the people that's going to be there presenting. Those are the presenters. Those are the 11 presenters that will be at this event. If you can make it, definitely come through Aswan, Egypt. You can, we have when I say a tiny space left, we have tiny space left for some people who are definitely, wanting to come. The other piece that's most important about this event is that if you cannot make it and you have a business, you can still be part of this. What you can do is send us an email, because we are making this beautiful commemorative book that will that you can get ad space in and be memorialized. This book is going to be fabulous. Not only will you have your ad in there, and so for years and years and years, when they talk about this, like how we talk about with Dr. Ben and Dr. Jeffries and Professor Small, they brought 8,000 people to Kemet. This event will be like that. We are bringing goo gobs of people to Kemet in February. And we have Anthony Browder, Professor Small, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, and Rosalind Jeffries, Dr. Wade Nobles and Vera Nobles, Infudishi, Dr. Solange Ashby, Asar, Dr. Baina Bello, and Dr. Diapil Abanga is all going to be presenting. They are also writing special pieces for us that will be in this commemorative book. If you come, you get the book for free. But this is the thing. You can just get ad space and have your business in this book. It's going to be epic. I know we keep using epic, but everything that Black people do is epic. Okay, this is going to be fabulous. You can send an email to hapifilm.com. hapifilm@gmail.com, and go ahead and let us know, about your business, and we'll send you all the information. You just want to be part of it. That's all I got to say. And if you are interested in the ICAT tours, the actual trip, you can go to icattours.com. It's going to be great. Taki has been doing this for over 20 years. He's been bringing folks to Egypt and teaching them. So we are fully aware. We know what we're doing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be all that stuff. But it's going to be really a learning experience. So definitely, if you can make it happen, right there, icattours.com. Okay. I don't even have any more words to say other than we are so pleased here at HAPI Talks to be bringing in the Queen. I love it. I wish I had some Queen music. If I was King Simon always has music. But I just want to introduce Queen Afua.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We were just saying before we got on that we have the exact same picture behind us.
Yes. I said, well, wait a minute. Am I in your home?
No, let me tell you, that's
well, I am actually in your home, in your sacred space, because we're one.
We are one. Yes.
So Mother Newt is with us and helping us to birth on every level. So I give thanks. Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, and thank you for saying yes. We are always, let me tell you, Taki and I are always ecstatic when people say yes. So thank you. I was sharing with Queen Afua that her son actually Supernova in the beginning, when no one knew anything. No one knew anything about HAPI. Well, they knew some people knew about HAPI, but what happened was we were getting ready to premiere and have a huge premiere in New York City, but then COVID happened. And so we were sitting there thinking, what do we want to do? We don't want to, miss this momentum. So we were like, okay, we're just going to do a YouTube show. We had 200 followers. Now we're up to 22,000 people, which is great. So I just want to, Supernova was part of that because he said yes. We're building up our audience. So thank you.
He opened the way. Wonderful.
Oh, and I have to tell you that Dr. Rosalind Jeffries told me to say hi. She's so excited. She's watching. She's so excited that you are on today.
Oh, she's one of our great mothers of this time. So in her leadership, I give thanks. We all give thanks. Our community loves her so much for standing for us. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's just get started. So how did this type of work come to you? How did you get started in doing this?
Well, I started as a teenager and 16, 17 years of age. But what happens, I believe I started at the drum. I was sitting in the kitchen with my mother, my family, and I heard the drum. It was a Friday, and I stopped eating. I ran out of the house. And I ran to the corner following the drum. And then when I got to the corner, it was coming from the park, our community park. And I ran to the drum, and it was a drummer, one by himself. I just stood there and I just stared and I just took it in. And I loved it, and I felt connected to that drum. And to this day, if I hear drums, I would have to run to them and run to the drum. But with that, going to the drum, I was dancing at a young age, and I developed a dance company, and we traveled around Brooklyn as a teenager. And so the drum traveled with me, and I was teaching Haitian, Brazilian dance, African dance with my company. And so Africa started with me young. That was the 60s. That was 1969. That was that, all the great ones came, so many of the great ones that have shaped us, our way back home. They rose up during that time. And so I would say, I've never said that before, but I believe that was my beginning, because that was the cultural, spiritual connection.
Mm.
Yes. Later on, not too far away, I was also very sick at the same time. I was an artist, a young artist, and that's what I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life, was art, singing, dancing, acting. And I got sick, and I had chronic asthma and allergies and hay fever and PMS and headaches and arthritis, the list. I was eating the all-American toxic diet, the lifestyle. And I was invited to go on a healing retreat. I didn't know how to heal myself. And I went on this retreat. And the retreat was sponsored by a group of brothers and sisters who had a place called Aquarius. It was a cultural educational center. It was all books on metaphysics, on holistic healing, on astrology. And everybody went to 125th and 7th Avenue to study about self. And they sponsored a retreat to heal thyself, to heal oneself. I went on that retreat, and that was the beginning of me healing myself. So culture and dance and African art, all of that was the foundation of that part of me. And then I went on that retreat, and I was able to learn how to heal myself, first from the spirit, so the spirit came to me how to heal myself. And I didn't know anything about spiritually connected to get symbols and signs, but I asked a question: what am I going to do? The asthma kicked in, the grass, the trees, and everything. And I didn't have my medication. I left it. But why would I leave my medication if I was a chronic asthmatic? Because my higher mind, my subconscious knew that I was getting ready to go to another level, and I can't take that with me, the medication. So I asked the question as the asthma kicked in, and I was instructed immediately to look to the left. And to the left was a cafeteria. It had grapefruits and oranges and had rose hips tea. And that's what I did for the whole day. So I did a fast. And I didn't know about fasting, but I was led, spiritually led. And that's how I live my life to this day. I follow the spirit of the Most High. And then I heard a healer, Dr. Johnny Moore, master herbalist, and he was talking about the miracles of the plants. And it's all his culture. Mm-hmm. Everything is, that I learned as I matured. I realized it was all African culture, African spirituality that was healing me, carrying me, moving us through. And so I then, after listening to him, I was amazed of the possibilities of being able to heal yourself based on plant life and herbs. Food is medicine. And I sat up in front of the fireplace that night because I couldn't lay down. My lungs would have collapsed, and the heat.
What? Let me tell you, as you're talking, my son is asthmatic. And when you said you left your medication, I'm just like, literally. So I know what that feels like. But okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm glad I'm here for you because your son does not have to have asthma. He does some things he has to do. That's why I'm convicted. And because, how old is he?
14.
Oh, this is a wonderful time. He started the same time I did.
Wow.
I'm saying he started because I'm here and I'm here to help him out. And it's going to come through the mother. The healing comes through the feminine principle. From our culture, it's Asa never had. Oh, we opened the way. We didn't. It's from the Happy Now Valley that we, Asa never had. The original sisters would open the way to the healing. So that next morning after, I didn't know, that was my sweat lodge, which I studied with the Native American, the sweat lodge, the cleansing from that place also on the journey. That heat, massive heat, while I was sleeping, and a body that was liquefying and fasting and detox. The next morning I had a detox. I didn't know I was having a detox, but the mucus drained out of me and for about an hour. And after that, I never got another asthma attack. The allergies left, the hay fever left, the shortness of breath. Now, what happens is when I came out of the bathroom and all that cleansing, and I took a deep breath without a pump, and I said, whoa, there's a relationship here between what I'm eating, whether I'm going to be sick or well. So that was my awakening. I woke up. And when I woke up, I never went back to sleep on the healing. I realized that that was one of the greatest gifts that we could have as a people, to be able to heal ourselves based on nature. And so that whole weekend, I picked up a book that changed my life. That's why I understand the scribe, the writer, Tahuti, Jehuti's work is critical, that we write our story, write our truth to repair ourselves. And the book was called Did Gregory, Cooking with Mother Nature? And I identified with that family of nine children, husband and wife. And that whole weekend, I was reading the book and I was seeing what was happening. The book was coming to life for me because there was herbal walks, there was food, that it was called vegetarian at that time, not vegan, vegetarian food preparation and meditation and yoga practice, which I learned all that is African natural lifestyle. It's our culture, it's our tradition. And I went home and I gave up everything that was harming me. I immediately gave up flesh and dairy and white flour products and junk food and processed food and sugar. And I never went back to those substances. I don't call them really food, because food heals, food detoxifies, food nourishes. Anything outside that's not real food is just emotional eating that has been designed. And, we can eat ourselves to life or eat ourselves to death. And so it took me 12 weeks, a season, 2 21-day detoxes, and every disease that I was carrying, and I thought that was going to be my life, they all left. And I kept cleansing. And when I cleaned up, I started to tell all my people. I would call all my mother's friends. They thought I was probably crazy. I called all my friends. If I saw someone in the community just limping, I would go up to them and said, "You don't have to suffer. You can put this clay on, and you can have." So I showed my love for my people through the healing, and it has continued. So I'm still on the path of healing myself. I haven't let up. And if you let up, then you go back and you get sick again. So I stay on it, and I try to teach others. Once you heal, it's a way of life. You don't leave it. You want to stay in ma'at. You want to stay in balance. You want to stay in harmony. But there's a lifestyle that comes with that, and that's plant-based. That's sun-cooked foods. That's our medicine. That's part of our medicine. So all of that led me to, it was a journey. It was a quilting. It was a threading. It was a crocheting, it was a overcoming, it was never let up. I lived a full life and still do, and it all was to help me to detox. So I live a lifestyle of detoxification, and that was my beginning, and that continues to be, just becomes stronger over time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have to say, I see you on your social media. You are in different yoga poses. You are dancing. You're cooking. You're having a good time. I'm just like, yes. Well, that kind of, I was going to just ask you how were you able to just stay in the game this long? And I mean, you basically answered it, from your practices. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it is the practice, but it's for everyone. The first book I won't say I wrote it, but I did. It's called Heal Thyself for Health and Longevity. I have buried 9 healers, though. They were my comrades on the quest. One of the things that I started to analyze that. I said, well, what happened? From my perspective, one of the things that was the heart of a whole nation based on the heart, which is Ma'at, and it represents the scales. If you're balanced or out of balance, on one side of the scale is your heart, on the other side is the feather. So what does that mean? That your heart must become balanced and how you get balanced is become as light as a feather. But how does it become light as a feather when there's so much social injustice, social unrest, suffering? I say that the power to heal us is within us. And your work and the community's work that is being done is a part of our repair. It is our repairing ourselves. And then with the healing and the detox, which is still our culture, then we get a chance to shift everything. And we don't have to suffer the way that we have suffered when we have knowledge of self. We have knowledge to heal ourselves. So when I thought about the healers, the healers have a big heart. That's why they do healing. They get better. They want to heal others. They want to help others. So I call you're a cultural healer. You tap into your culture, so you want others to tap into their culture. Holistic, spiritual. So what has happened for me, I want to share it. What happened is the healers overextended out. They didn't give enough back in. That's my conclusion. And that throws our heart out of balance, and our heart can give out. Yes. So so that's I believe that my heart got bigger. Means compassion and love for my people. I won't give up loving my people no matter what. They can't stop me from loving them, for caring for them. They can't say anything bad that would make me stop. I just know we don't feel well. We need to transform and begin to heal and come back to nature. I say when we did go to Kemet and to Hoodie's Films, they organized the trip. And we brought 61 women right before the virus hit. Okay, we were coming from Kemet in February, and we got off the plane. We saw everybody with masks, and I'm saying, "Well, what happened? Did they realize that the air is toxic and that And then it hit everyone at the same time, and it was a global experience. But what I also saw that it was a lot of, we started to wake up. Now everybody has some elderberry in their house. Everybody got some ginger or some garlic.
Absolutely.
Everybody got some green juice going. So many of us woke up and stopped straddling the fence during that time. And we became more committed. And many people that I see are now holistic, they were like pushed, sometimes be pressed to come to your higher self. And that's what I have observed over this time, that a lot of us have become entrepreneurs. We found a way, like you said, wow, we're not able to go on tour and that particular, touch and be in the same space. What can we do? You asked the question, you went in and the answer came through. And so here you are, and you continue to thrive. And that's what I'm seeing for our people. So it's called the new day.
Absolutely.
It's a new day.
Yeah. I think the presence of this pandemic has really, it allowed us to kind of get out of like this rat race and just sit with ourselves, because we could do nothing else. And in the sitting and in the silence, you were able to start discovering, and you had a time, a chance just to sit down and read and, and to observe things. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know who makes elderberry, but there should be none left, because I think every single person I know takes elderberry now. There's so many.
Yes, it's true.
Yes, and I just want to say shout out to Tahuti Films. Tahuti Films, Robert Gay and his wife are also producers of HAPI. They're the production company who makes HAPI look beautiful. Really get you a copy of the film. Have you seen the film Queen Afua?
The film that he's working on right now.
Our film HAPI. HAPI.
He did show me. He did. When we first sat down to talk about a documentary on myself, he did show it me. It's massive.
It is massive.
It's a
2 hours and 12
massive
minutes.
awakening,
Yeah.
conscious work. It's medicine.
It's medicine. I like that. It's medicine.
It's medicine for the confidence, it's medicine for the spirit, it's medicine to break the shackles of spiritual, physical slavery. It's medicine to return us home to ourselves. So that's why I see it as medicine. That's why I said there are cultural healers and there's spiritual healers and there's holistic healers. There's financial healers. You know, we need all the healers to come on up and do what you do.
Yes.
And then we'll be whole because we have enough. I always say everything we need is in the circle. So the more that we can magnify, that's the symbol of Ra.
Yes. You were saying
Everything is right there. We got to just shoulder each other. And everything we need, we just did when we look, because we have cultivated, it takes work to cultivate a circle and to keep a circle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're able to go on tour. As
Yes.
you're going from city to city, because you have a strong circle, but you listen from within and you follow spirit, the divine in turn, and you're able to be so brilliant now. You're still lovely. You're still in your, as you say in the game, you're still doing your work, and it's just not going to stop. But there's something that I'm working on now that is really, you know, every bit of the work that I do, I love it. I'm immersed with it. I love it to the fullest. But there's a project that's coming out the first day of Kwanzaa, and it's an ebook. It's a small ebook, and it brought me back from the beginning of my life, of my awareness of this healing, to where I'm in now. And I remember last year, I was getting ready to have a healing circle with Laura London and Layla Delia, my daughter-in-law, and right before the circle, I said, what will it take? I'm always asking the Most High for guidance. So I said, I went in deep. I got up early. I took my tea. I did my prayers. I had a bath. I said, what will it do? How can we end suffering? Wow.
Wow, that's you talking about that's a massive question. All right, go ahead.
I took so many deep breaths because I knew it was the spirit within all of us that is guiding and giving us the perfect answer. So it's called impeccable listening.
Impeccable listening.
Yeah, impeccable listening.
That's the name of the ebook.
That's the name of the ebook that's coming out.
Okay, is it going to be on your website?
Yes.
Right there, guys. There's her website. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do on Queen Afua's website. Okay, right now, a lot of things you can purchase. A lot of things you can feel inspired. You can look at the beautiful pictures. And I have to say, Queen, when I was putting together the memes for you, you have a plethora. I was like, this is so easy. Usually, like most people that come on, they have like one, maybe two pictures that's out there on the internet. Oh, no. You had so many, and they were so beautiful. I was like, yes. I was like, I like all of them. I was able to use. I was like, I have enough. This is great. But family, please go to queenafua.com and check out everything that she got going on. We're going to keep putting this website up. Because you also, you're going to talk about it at the end, but you also have rites of passage that you're going to do. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. Okay. But right there, Queen Afua, and that's nice on the first day of Kwanzaa.
Yes, that's the spirit gate. That was impeccable listening. I said, when should this be born? And it should be born the first day of Kwanzaa.
Absolutely,
yes. And it's 3 levels to it. If you would follow the levels, because every time I would mention this to anyone, their eyes, they would look up and say, oh my gosh, what is that about? So I had to study myself because I just asked a question, I just heard that. And then I had to discover, so what is this impeccable listening? And how do I teach it? And what is it? Why did it come through? So it's 3 aspects. One is, for everything, is the first ask from inside, from your divine inner spiritual self. The second phase is to listen. You're going to hear, you're going to get the answer, get it in bits and pieces, so you get a whole full picture of it. And then the final one, after you ask, and then you listen. And the last one is the most challenging one. That is to be able to take what you hear, to take what you know, and then to move out with what you know, move out with what you, and so that's about act to act. Ask, listen, act. Now, what ends up happening oftentimes, we will ask, oh my gosh, how do I get out this toxic relationship? Or how do I make the money? Or how do I become an entrepreneur? Or whatever the question is, where is my wealth? Where is my mate? All of these questions come and we ask all the time. Now, the next part is to relax, get out the way, and then hear it. And we can get to that level to hear it. The last part of it is the challenge. When the challenge comes in, the conflict can come in there, because you're going to then hear it, but you're not going to want to act on it.
Yep.
Because then you start saying, well, I don't know if I have enough money to do that. How am I going to pay my rent if I actually go, really walk on faith of this vision? Or, I don't want to change my diet. It's the holidays.
I'm just going to go ahead. I ain't going to speak for everybody. I'm going to speak for myself. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, this sounds really good what Queen Afua is talking about. I think I'll start January 1st. After, I'm not going to even lie. I'm not going to just, because people just sit and say, oh, yes, no. But seriously, I was sitting there thinking,
that's it.
Yeah. And I was just like, that you are so right. Yes. But so, why? Because sometimes when you ask it, like you say, I love that. You ask the question and then you hear, and sometimes the hearing piece can be a little tricky, because you're like, wait, am I hearing it like that? And then to actually try to do it, because it's so different from how you usually operate. Mm-hmm. If you can't, like, in your mind think of the solution, it's hard for you to hear the solution that sounds like something different that you wouldn't think of, that's so out of the box.
Well, it's going to be out of the box because you want freedom.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be the normal everyday how you look at life. But it takes courage to now act. It takes faith. And as you start, like, if you play an instrument, you start a little with your scales, you do a little, and you keep working at it. One day, boom, you're really going through it. Now you're ready to do a full concert. So it's the same process. You might ask for simple things like, should I pick up the phone? Would it be wise? And then you don't pick up the phone, but you were told to pick up the phone. And somebody said, I had a great opportunity for you, but you weren't available at the time. But your instinct said, I should pick up the phone, but you started to second guess.
Yes.
Or you will hear that you should sign that contract, and you don't sign the contract, and that great opportunity was given to someone else. And then you find yourself saying things like, I should have listened.
Yeah.
Or I should have acted on what I heard. So then what happens, if bigger things come, and then you could get confident, you get the spiritual muscle to first ask, now get out the way. And the reason why the getting out of the way of yourself and it becomes confusing is because we have to detox. We have to clean up, because what's inside of us is confusion. The junk, the fast, the fried, the anger, the madness, the confusion, the beat down. All of that's inside of us. So in order to even hear anything, you got to clean up your house. You can start cleaning up your physical house and get clarity. It feels so good when our houses are clean, your homes are clean. What happens when you clean up your inner house? You start to detox and juice and eat healthy foods from the garden of nature. Eating garden food is our culture. So as you get in tune, so now you become an in-tune instrument of the divine. And then that perfect pitch, that perfect sound, that perfect hearing starts to come through. And then now you got a rhythm. And now you start to live in the spirit. And then your whole life is then guided.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what ended up happening, but even with this, it's a process of me coming through with impeccable listening. But when the virus hit, heavy in March, I was getting phone calls from everywhere. Everyone was asking, but I got a particular, but in them asking, I channeled, I said, oh, let me give an offering of a 21-day detox to my community. So for 21 days, I got on social media. That was such a commitment every day, 1 hour. I invited my comrades of wellness, some naturopaths and herbalists and vegan chefs, and I invited them to come and be a part of 21 days with me. And that was impeccable listening. Then I got another phone call. And that phone call was from Black Girls Rock, Beverly Bond. And she said, we're scared, our community's scared, we don't know what to do. And I said, oh, I'm so glad you called. I know exactly what to do. Because I've been listening for a long time. So I know exactly what to do to boost, all it was to boost up the immune system. Why are we dying? Because we need to boost up our immune system and clear our lungs. That's like nature will take care of us. So then I got on one time and I got so excited. I was just running to this, to all of the protocols, all the things that you can do to protect yourself. And then after that hour, she said, well, can you stay with us and do another? I said, well, you know what I'll give a gift of a 21-day detox to your community. So I did. I took them to a 21-day detox. And then I put the 9 protocols up with Erica Ford said, Queen, you got to put those, you got to create some protocols for us.
Yep.
So
I was at your website looking for the protocols.
And they're free. Oh, good. That's so wonderful. And then after that, it's because impeccable listening, I realized that when I do my impeccable listening, my life works.
Your life works. Okay. Works. I love that. Yeah.
And when I don't, and I have this inner conflict, then I either have to take another healing bath. I got to go to the ocean. I got to go to a park. I got to take some herbs. I got to get deeper into my healing so that when I ask the question that may save my life or save someone else's life, I have to get all the way out of the way so spirit can come through me and make it evident. And then when I see it, then I have to now be strong enough to say yes to it, ashe, and go ahead and do what the instructions have been given to me. Now I know this is real because Sacred Woman that's 400 pages, right? How in the world? It's the book. It has gone through 20 years and now it's an anniversary book. And the book company is saying, they're saying, how did that happen? That a book that's out for 20 years is doing even better now than it was doing in the 20 years earlier. How did that happen? It's called impeccable listening. I bear witness that if we would tap into that and really get with that and start to really say, thank you, Most High. Everything I need, I have it. It's in me. If I keep cleaning up and detoxing and cleansing and detoxing, raising my frequency, I will be in line with the divine and I will hear exactly what the Most High is telling me to do. And the first song they told me that was 1969, The Creator Has a Master Plan. Pharaoh Sanders. You are walking with the plan. That's why we're here together, because you're walking with the plan. You're doing impeccable listening. Now, if you can take what you do to every part of your life, then everything's going to work out.
I would be the bomb. I would be the bomb. Because as you're talking, I'm sitting here thinking, exactly, you actually just said what was in my mind. I was like, okay, I do impeccable listening over there. Over here, it's like I act like I ain't listening. I'm like, wait, and you know what's so funny about what you're saying is that when you're asking for, you ask the question, the easiest part, right? And then when it comes, I find myself arguing. Like,
oh yeah, that's the conflict. I don't believe it.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, can you do it like this?
Right. You're trying to negotiate with the truth.
I'm trying to negotiate with the truth, which don't make
no negotiate with my aunt. You say, well, my aunt, I don't really want to do it like this. I really want to do it like that. But then my aunt would tell you, she'll say, sit down. This is what I need you to do. Pay attention.
Absolutely.
And then what happens after a while, your ucha gets stronger. And then you can see through it. You can actually see it. And then you'll get confirmations. See, we get confirmation, but we don't even recognize that it's a confirmation.
Okay, so I just have to share this this little story with you because this is what you're talking about. So when you said that, Spirit's kind of like, just sit down or just listen. So I can't even remember the year. It might have been 2013 or one of these years I was diagnosed with cancer. Okay. Breast cancer.
Bless your heart. You're here.
Yes, I am. I'm here. I'm not
radiant, all of that. Give thanks.
Yes. But before that, Spirit was literally talking to me. When I look back, when you look back and you can see all the time, you're just like, hey, do this. Yes. And I was like, really? No, that's too scary. So because I didn't do those things, I didn't honor that, I wasn't listening, then they had to just sit me down. It's like, yo. So after the shakeup, I'm like, okay, let me get rid of toxic friends. Let me actually start doing the things I really want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is so it's so true. It's so like, So I'm glad you are doing this ebook.
Yes.
This is fabulous.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. I never wrote just a spiritual book. But I live in the spirit. So how is that? So I had to dissect myself and go into myself and go into others. And then I was able to see that if we would do that, then we would let go of all of our addictions. Because all we have to do is, life is very clear then and very direct. And you're no longer in conflict with your destiny. Because it was already set up before you came on the planet. That's why astrologers, morals, they could read your life and they could tell you what's happening here and next time, because it was already set up.
It was already set up.
Your greatness it's in your DNA. We cannot help it but to be the most magnificent people with this melanin gift, with this treasure that's inside of us. And the thing is, that's why we got to give up all dead things. All dead. Oh, Most High just gave me. I'm writing that down now.
You know what? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We have to give up all dead
things. Because whatever that is, it's called whatever that is, whatever that may be, just look at your life. Is this dead or this live? Is this live? Is this what I'm looking at? Is it going to give me life or it's going to break me down? Is this conversation going to give me life or break me down? Is my attitude going to give me life or it's going to break me down? Is this relationship going to give me life or it's going to break me down? And you start to clean up the dead things to the level that you can clean up the dead things. The higher your frequency, you begin to rise. You begin to overcome. You begin to look at things from the way that the Most High is looking at life. And then there's no more argument. You ask, receive, it's done. It's like this, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
It's just a done deal. Your excellence is just a done deal. You're being able to tap into your people and help and lift them up. The tour that you're on, it's a done deal. There's no question. Well, there's a question and you ask and you got your answer. You know where to go, who to meet when you get there, who's going to be a part of it. You get that clear vision. Ain't nothing like a clear vision, because it's delicious. That's why you say,
Yes.
It's delicious when you get a clear vision and you know that you know, and you can move on that and nobody can shake it because you're very clear. You've seen it and you've gotten various confirmations.
Yes.
It shows up. It will show up. So, yeah.
Okay. Oh God. I feel like we were just running a race, Queen Afua. Like, yes to everything that you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You said your excellence is a done deal. Oh, I love it. Okay, let me just take a little breather. Family, please make sure you are liking and sharing this video. Listen, you know the rules. If you are looking at this, you need to send this to at least 3 other people. Queen Afua is laying it down. She creating new stuff right here on the HAPI Talks. Okay, so please, guys, make sure that you are liking and sharing this video. Okay, I'm gonna leave Kalia right up here. Powerful. We are having a powerful moment right now. If you guys please want to share any type of happy love, let me, I always forget this right here. You can send our cash up at $hapifilm. All the money that we, that we get, we put it right back into the community. It pays for all of the people that are working for us. Well, not all the people that's working for us, because we haven't made that much money yet. Okay, but it helps to create all of these things that we are doing for the community. So please, whatever you have, if you could, please donate at $hapifilm. It goes a long way and it is greatly appreciated. Like and share the video. If you don't even have 1 cent, you can push the like button and you can send it. You can post this video. Queen is looking beautiful. She is saying beautiful and powerful things. So we need for you guys to share this video. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. I got some more questions for you. Because, one of the things, because you're talking about healing, and sometimes when we're, saying things, we don't necessarily know the definition of, those things. So when you talk about healing, like what specifically does healing mean to you? What does healing mean?
Healing is a state of wholeness. Healing is a state of balance. All of the various guardians, there are a few of them, well, all of them actually, they heal different parts. Healing is everything. Healing is life itself. The more healing that you take in, the more healing that you are around, that gives you that wholeness, the more vibrant you are, the more loving you are, the more compassionate you are, the more intelligent you are, the more that you could stay connected to your people. That's the healing. When people are isolated, that's why this was a dangerous time. The isolation was making people sick. Not being able to connect, not being able to hug, the more that we would heal, detox, rejuvenate, blood, arteries, nervous system, brain, heart, mind, the closer we can become to each other, the healthier we're going to be. So healing is what makes us whole, which makes us loving, which makes us productive. And when I look at Sacred Woman, all of the guardians represent healing. Newt. Yes. Newt is our universal sky mother. She heals us and she brings us light, and she shows us through the 12 hours of the night, you see her 12 suns going through from 6 o'clock when the sun goes down, this is medicine, to 6 o'clock when the sun comes up. So while we're resting, in our resting state, when the sun goes down, that's when we fast, we juice, we bathe, we pray, we rest. We rise up at between 4 and 6, and then we get our messages, we get our guidance, we get our instructions. Because if you don't get the right instructions, then you're going the wrong way, and then you have to go back, and then you have to break up, and then you have to have a divorce. So you have to get real clear on your divine instructions. So that spirit of birthing yourself, it's a cycle of birthing. Every time Newt comes, Newt is our universal sky mother. But then Tahuti is our medicine. And it's Hekau. We can either use words of medicine, words of power to build, or we can use words to destroy. Someone can break your spirit just by saying a word. And someone can build you up and nurture you just by saying that word that will encourage and support you. Yeah. So that's medicine. Mother Ta Earth, who sends us to the garden to have us to eat from the garden and to nurture us. Foods from nature, foods from the garden. If we would focus in and not eat foods that are processed and junk and fried and all of that, then we would overcome our disease of diabetes or high blood pressure or hypertension or asthma and all those different issues. In the spirit of Bess is a healer. Bess is a surgeon. Yes. Bess comes with the knife to cut away corruptible matter, but as a salve, put a feather on it so that you will begin to come into harmony and your body will return and restore itself, and you'll come out of being stuck. Bess moves you forward and upward. That's our medicine. Our medicine in the spirit of Het Haru is about going to your inner child, because that inner child's heart may be broken, was broken. Maybe that child was under the bed or in a closet or in a shower, staring out the window, hurt, stressed, fearful, misunderstood, abused. If that child is never healed, that child grows up into a teenager who's not healed and attracts a violent relationship and grows into a woman and grows into relationships that have to be separated. So it's a medicine to go into your inner child because Heteru takes care of the child. That's medicine. Ma'at deals with the heart and our relationships. So I say, forgive your mother no matter what she's done, because she did not abort you. She carried you all the way. And then she might have had to give it to your grandmother or auntie because she did not have the wherewithal. Your father may have been already broken. Things have happened. So if our hearts get broken, then we attract relationships as adults that will continue to break us. So when you get into the spirit of Ma'at, you begin to heal and forgive your people and all your relations. That's medicine. Yeah. Sekhmet she is the physician of all physicians. Mm-hmm. And through her, we can get into our plant base and we can get into burning away the corrupting matter. We can get into the sweats and the heat and the sunbathing and the movement, all that burning up, cleaning up the bloodstream, and all of these are medicines. Meshkanet is birthing your purpose. When you live out your purpose, that's why you're so radiant, because you're so happy.
Yes.
You tapped into the happiness, the happy valley legacy. And I can sit all over your spirit. You are charged up to the fullest, and you wake up to this and you go to sleep to this, and every day, and all it can do is get better and stronger. Meshkanet is helping that. You bear down with her 2 bricks, and you get a chance to birth your purpose. Because if you do not birth your purpose, you will never be happy, no matter how much money you have.
Yep.
There'll always be a hole in your soul. So our ancestors gave us medicine. And when we were in Kemet, it was recorded, and it says African natural lifestyle. So so in the research of writing Sacred Women book, we had a rhythm. I'm going to ask you to just say African natural lifestyle. So no matter what I say, just say African natural lifestyle. Can we just do that little rhythm? Just say African natural lifestyle. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Reiki.
African natural lifestyle.
Herbology.
African natural lifestyle.
Polarity.
African natural lifestyle.
Aromatherapy.
African natural lifestyle.
Hydrotherapy.
African natural lifestyle.
Astrology.
African natural lifestyle.
Yoga.
African natural lifestyle.
Meditation.
Natural lifestyle.
And it goes on and on and on.
That's all African natural lifestyle.
African natural lifestyle. So holistic health is a $1 trillion business. And that's all our culture. We should be making millions and trillions of dollars, because the whole world needs what? African natural lifestyle. And it's all ours. And now other paths along the way in the world, they picked up on us. And they studied us. And they made it their own. They did not give credit back to the mother, to the father of civilization, of holistic medicine and allopathic medicine. We are the creators of that. We channeled that in at the beginning of time. So it behooves us to study the plants. The lotus represents the blossomed woman, the blossomed man. Out of the mud comes forth the lotus woman, the lotus man. Out of that, you get a chance to purify and fast and cleanse, and then you blossom. It is an amazing journey to actually reconnect to the medicine in nature, the medicine in our culture, and then we take it all back. We're taking it all back.
Yes. Okay, family, listen, family. If you guys don't know nothing about HAPI Talks, this is what every single person that we interview says in their way, in their words, African natural lifestyle. It is returning back to who we are. And the only way that we can get to know who we are is by learning our history and by just exactly what you're saying, Queen, cleaning it out, detoxing it, getting closer. Yes.
Come on, yeah.
Oh, my. You give giving us some gems. Somebody need to drop some jewels. I can't do jewels on my laptop. I don't know how to do the emojis on my laptop, but y'all in the chat, please drop some jewels for Queen Afua, because she's getting down. And while you're at it, make sure you like and share this video, because you're not right here. Oh my God, we have to give up all dead things. Your excellence is a done deal, and African lifestyle, and impeccable. Oh my God, impeccable listening.
Woo! Yes, indeed.
African natural lifestyle. Not when somebody's saying something, and when I'm saying something on TV, I'm like, that's African natural lifestyle.
Oh, come on.
Yes, they just like
it. Wow.
Yes.
You have warmed my heart up so tremendously.
You have done the same for me, because you're giving words to the feelings that I've had, the things, and so much so, because I'm looking at the chat and I'm just seeing nothing but jewels. So you are touching everyone. We hanging with you tonight. So 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 the healing. Okay.
Yes.
When you're working on healing yourself, do you feel that women need other women to heal?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Let me tell you, that's the only way. The original healer was the Black woman, the African woman. She's the original healer. And from our ancestry, we're given a prayer that I would like to just say very quickly, because it is a woman's prayer for the healer. And I'll say, we are the women who lighten the darkness. We have come to lighten the darkness. It is lightened. We have overcome the destroyer. We are there for those who weep, who hide their faces, who sunk down. They looked upon us then. We are the women. We are the healers. We are the women. We are the healers. We are the women. We are the healers. And that is what our ancestors gave to us. Yes, the mothers, the aunties, the grandmothers. We are those women. And so it's going to take the women, and that's where the rites of passage comes in. When you come from a child girl to become a woman, a young woman, you have to go. It's our culture. You must go through the rites of passage. Men, they have to go through men and be trained by the elders. They must go through a rite of passage. That is their roadmap to manhood. That is her roadmap to womanhood. Without that, there's confusion. And then when the women train, the young women to become women, and the men are doing likewise, then they can come together. Without that, when they come together, they... Okay, that was my rose quartz.
Wow, that's love. That's spirit.
Oh, but you know what? That was the rose quartz.
Yep, that's love. That's love right there. That's love. Yeah.
Love was so strong. It said pop, 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 pop.
Yes, because men and women need each other. But
that's what it was. Oh, and so without that, so with that, then if we don't get the rites of passage, then we have broken homes, broken families. We can't build. And so, of course, we were stolen, our culture was stolen, our language was stolen, our dress was stolen, our medicine was stolen, our land was stolen. Everything was taken from us by stealing us away. Millions of us. Some were sent to America, some were sent to Africa. America, the UK, to the Virgin Islands. We were spread and we were broken. Our families were broken from that point on. So how do we get back? And that's why I teach Sacred Women Rites of Passage, to help to bring and gather all your lessons to strengthen and empower you, and to break the curse of separation, of Willie Lynch, of divide and conquer. And so when the women come together within Sacred Women, we had to do another quantum leap, and we had to say, Sacred Woman, Muslim Sacred Woman, alhamdulillah. We had to say, Christian women, come forth, Sacred Woman, hallelujah. We had to say, a Khan woman, come forth, Ashe. We had to say Kemetic women who are the mothership of all of it. We had to say Hetapu, and all of us come into a circle. So it's not the Christians over here now and the Muslims over there and the Hebrew Israelites over there. That is divide and conquer. We have already been separated. We have to find common ground. Our culture is common ground. Our healing, holistic healing, natural healing is our common ground that will bring us back. No matter our differences, we are going to become one in that way. So I asked the divine plan to create as a master plan. So yes, the women have to take the women and train and retrain and heal and stay in the village.
And stay in the village.
Stay in the village. And the men have to train with the men and have to grow in the village. And then we come together. The village is bringing us together. So a woman doesn't go into a house and close the door and get beat up and dragged and fight and cussed and all of that, because she could go right to her sister and say, this is what's happening to me. And then we have a meeting on it. And then we gather. The elders will gather with the youth and they said, that is not the way. That is not our way. Our way is the path of Ma'at, and we must strive to get back to ourselves, whatever it takes. So that is my vision. It started off of me getting rid of my asthma, but it's so much more, So definitely the women must get busy and heal, because the women are the primary healers of the home. And in that there's a work, and it's called Womb Care Love.
Yes, that's one of my questions. I was going to ask you about, before we talk about the womb. Okay, I just want to. Do you think that men have any part to play in the healing of a woman and vice versa?
Oh yes, if the women need their daddies.
Yes.
They need their fathers. My daughter would tell me, I separated from the children's father early on. And she said, in those years we were growing up, you didn't say anything against him. You didn't say anything negative about him. I refused. I said, no, I won't do that, because to do that would to rip them apart. So I loved them so much that I said, I will not do anything to destroy their psyche in relationship to their father, because we had healing that we had to do. So if a daughter does not have a father, she's not going to feel whole. She needs her father. She has her mother. She comes from out of her body, but she has that father. It's called the balance. It's called the Ankh. It's called As. That's right. I said your earrings are just over the top.
Yes. You know what? It's
right there. You're right there.
You know what? I was thinking about wearing a smaller pair. Then you know who I thought of? I thought about Queen Esther.
Oh,
because I went to Egypt with Queen Esther, and every day I was like, wow, it's like a different person. And I was loving all of it. So I literally sat there. I was like, I should wear my little ones. I was like, no, I think I'm gonna bring little Queen Esther in here tonight.
Loves her culture, and she.
Yes.
This is the beauty. We're the most beautiful women in the whole planet. We are. We really are. And that's what I know for sure. And so I got caught up in your beauty, so I don't know what I was saying.
Listen, as soon as you stepped on, I'm always like this. I'm like, who puts together these looks? Because it's not like, and when I see you all the time, because I'm on social media, I look at everything, right? You're with the other women, Lynn Richardson, all of them, Jada, all of them, right? And I'm like, there's not one time, like even if they're just kind of like catching you doing something, your little outfit is matching. I'm like, how is this woman's little outfits, the makeup, everything is always together. So hats off to you, because you are so beautiful to me, and these outfits are just something to die for. So yeah, and you were bringing it today, because I haven't seen those glasses before, so that you look good.
Well, you know what? We have to get better with time. We're taught as you get old, you're supposed to break down. I said, no, when you get old, you're supposed to break through, because you have so much more wisdom. Write that one, describe that too.
Yeah. You have to break through.
You have to break through. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to teach a yoga training. It's a 16-hour training, 8 hours tomorrow and 8 hours the next day. And I'm like, as right before coming with you, I just got something that came in the box. I was gonna kind of show it off because I'm so grateful.
Oh,
If you don't
yes.
mind, look, you see this little bag here? This is
That's your yoga mat.
you see what I'm saying? The way you said that you get it, this is my yoga mat.
Yo, that's what's up.
25,
Okay,
30 years.
Okay, I need to come to You're in LA? For San Francisco? Yeah. I'm about to I need to be laying on a yoga mat. Okay. No. You know what I was sitting here thinking? I think I should be a case study for you. Okay.
Oh.
I think I should be a case study for you. And I should go through your whole process.
Wow.
And I should be laying on the yoga mat with you. Because if anyone can do it, if I can do this, anyone can. Because literally as you're talking, I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my. I was like, yeah, I need to do that. Because I'm still back with the impeccable listening.
Oh,
I'm still there. Yeah.
But it's a lifestyle. It's a way of life. And all of these concepts are our psychological healing.
Yeah.
This is our mental healing. This is our overcoming trauma.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Because when we have, and yes, you could be a case study. You'll let everybody know what time it is. And they will like be inspired by you because you inspire others. So it's just so much. You have me going, I'm going to every kind of direction humanly possible now.
Yeah.
Because you have opened up my Pandora, the box. Pandora's box.
Well, you opening up the box with the sacred healing. That's such a beautiful color. And you're teaching this yoga. I've been seeing you doing all types of little movements on with these pictures. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, that's what's up. I just started stretching this morning. I was like, I gotta sit down with you. And I said, oh, I think the little COVID time, I just let myself go here. And so I was sitting here.
Okay, you're back again. You are back. Affirm it.
Yes, because
I'm
you
not
are
backwards. I'm forward.
You are a jump start. You are a jump start. And I'm pretty sure everyone up in here, there's some more people thinking, she's jump starting me and getting me on the path.
Absolutely.
But yes, wound care.
Wound care. Well, because the wound, it's a whole body of work. It's two works that come together. Much of it is in Sacred Woman. A lot of this work in terms of having the book. We're working on a book. We have products. This is me and my daughter. This is our mother-daughter heart-to-heart project. I'm so grateful.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that wonderful? And so together we bring Wound Care Love. And my daughter, who is a social activist, Sharice Rashida Terrain, as I was speaking about Wound Care Love, she said, Ma, you know what it is? It's my body, my womb. I take claim of my body that I can heal and transform. I take agency, and nobody dominates and controls my body, because my body the womb is the end result of how we take care of our bodies. And and 90% is the latest statistics that have come down the pipe, that 90% of African American women, I'm sure Caribbean women of color, have fibroid tumors.
Yeah.
Fibroid tumors is nothing but mucus congestion in the uterus. I want to demystify it. So this is a mucus journey. If you have mucus in your head, you have brain fog. If you have mucus in your sinus, you have sinus congestion. If you have mucus in your ears, you have loss of hearing. If you have mucus in your throat, you have a thyroid condition. If you have mucus in your lungs, you have asthma, shortness of breath. If you have mucus in your uterus, you have a fibroid or heavy bleeding and cramping. So then what is mucus and where is it coming? It's coming from the dairy. When we finish our mother's milk from the breast, that's it. You can get some almond milk. You can get some sunflower milk. You can take a green juice and get your calcium, but that is the end. If you take it beyond that point and you go into animal content to have your milk, whether it be cow's milk or goat milk, you're going to build yourself up mucus in the vaginal area, mucus in the breast, and so on. And the dairy is the byproduct, but the most potent form of mucus congestion is the flesh. So then we have to then get to the alternatives. Everyone's not gonna change overnight, but if you get into a rhythm, you can change over a season. You understand? But you just have to know what are all my alternatives. If you start having an avocado a day, you're going to regulate your colon. You're going to get healthy, vibrant skin. You're going to lubricate your joints by having avocado you can put into your salad. If you have a salad twice a day at lunch and at dinner, you're going to regulate your colon, because if your colon is impacted, the colon will prolapse on the bladder. The colon bladder sits on the uterus, causing womb congestion and monthly pain. So inside of Womb Care Love, I cover 40 womb issues. Is it endometriosis? Is it menopausal sweating? Is it fibroids? Women are bleeding to death, literally.
Oh.
Women don't know. When they come into the 12 weeks, or they come into Womb Care Love, they go from a menstrual flow of 7 to 6 days every month, a day less, to 5 to 4. Now, while that's happening, the tumor is now starting to soften up. That mucus is starting to come out vaginally, just like you take soup and juices and you have a cold, your sinuses congested, and then you drain it out and all the mucus is gone, you have no more cold. So you drain out vaginally and then you have no more fibroids and the other related diseases that come with it, endometriosis, infertility, prolapsed uterus, and all of that. So in Womb Care Love, we have actually next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we have a 2-day retreat. Virtual, that women can come and be a part of. And then as you come to the retreat, it's 4 hours one day and 4 hours the next day. I give you homework to do. One of the homeworks I give you to do is go talk to your mother. Daughters, go talk to your mother. If your mother's not there, talk to your aunt or your grandmother. Now, they may come back and say, they want to talk to me about my womb, about their womb story. But they have a story of struggle. They have a story of some sadness. They have a story that they didn't tell you about. And it's affecting you because it's in your DNA. And right now you may be repeating that same womb story that your grandmother carried over to your mother, and she carried it over to you, and then you'll carry it over to your daughter. And it's an endless cycle. So I have them to connect with each other. We also do the love bath. So we can start to really do womb care love, caring for your womb. There's 3 womb centers: the womb of the mind. What we think, we create, we birth, connect. The womb of the heart. For what we feel, we birth, we connect, we create. The womb of the heart and the mind goes into the physical womb. The womb of our seed of creation. So what we think and what we feel, we birth through our seed of creation. And today we birth womb wellness. You have to affirm that I am going to take my womb into my own heart and my own hands, and I'm going to heal her up, and I'm going to love her, and I'm going to let go of this pain from my past relationships, pain that was passed down through the DNA, pain in the foods because I was eating out of hurt and woundedness. And we begin to cleanse, and then we have healthy, happy Now Valley women.
Yes. Listen, guys, right here, queenafua.com. Please get something. Please go to her website. She is dropping so many jewels. We have got to take care of our elders and show appreciation in as much as we possibly can. Okay. Wait, are those yoga mats? Are those on your website yet?
Listen, they're fresh off the press. They'll be able to. It will show up on my site by Monday.
Okay.
And then those who are ready can place an order. And what you can do is once you receive them, then you can go ahead and order also a chart. I show you 108 movements.
Oh.
Yes, it comes, but you don't do, we could do one.
No, that's great. That's great. Are you doing the movements, or you got like a little model we're doing?
No, I'm doing them. You'll see me doing the movements. I do the movements. I teach them. It was developed and it was inspired by ancient Nile Valley ancestors. So you will see the pose of Mother Newt. You will see the pose of Meshkinet. You will see the pose of the Cobra of Renenet. You will see and become the pose of Mother As as you sit on your seat of power. You will see the Tekken as you begin to drain the congestion out. You'll see the lotus. So these are poses that have been inspired by our ancient Nile Valley ancestors. So we have yoga. It's Abuamka is the ancient name. But in these times, it's womb yoga, which are 69 movements. And I'm a yogini from back in the day, in the beginning, But what happens when I start to study sacred women and write sacred women, and I just give thanks and praise for Sanong Grasamase Patel for doing the historical support of this project, this work. But when I started to study it, I said, wait a minute, we have this. This is our culture. This is our way. Everything kept bringing me back to our way. They say our way is dead. They say our way is no more. And that the ancient healing now valley legacy in thousands of years ago, but we are here. And we do remember it is large in our DNA, tapped down deep in our melanin, our kuma. So we traveled deep within and we fasted and we prayed. And then one day, one by one, then two by two, then thousands and millions of us began to wake up to the ancient healing now valley practice legacy. And we are here and we do remember. So now is the time. Now is the time to reconnect. And this is what the world needs, exactly who we are. And they're not going to cut off our nose and spite us and take away from and say, no, that's not us. No, it is us. We are the mothers and we are the fathers of all of it. And so in the spirit of womb healing, when women heal their wombs, the womb care love, then they are empowered and they begin to birth a new world. They birth a new relationship. They birth a new family. I want to say thank you to Jada Pickett because when I came on Red Table, she took the work to a whole nother level because I saw community. I saw the daughter, the mother, and the grandmother.
Yes.
And they all asked me the question which is the question I did a play based on this, a one-woman play saying, what would you, if your vagina could speak, what would she say? She has a lot to tell us. And so I teach women how to get in tune with themselves through their womb space, their most sacred space. And also, it took me some years between me and my daughter, but we developed a kit, a womb care love kit.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call up the first one because it's the womb fruit julep.
What?
This is the womb. I gotta send you a kit, honey, for all this divine support you're giving me today. The womb fruit julep repairs the bloodstream.
Oh wait, put it back here so we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see it?
Oh, okay. Yes.
The womb fruit julep repairs the bloodstream because women are bleeding 5, 6, 7, 8 days, sometimes 2 weeks. And I remember last year around this time, it was a young lady who was going to come and work in my spa at the time. And she was, I'm going to see you tomorrow, Queen. 2 days later, her sister, age 25, passed away.
Oh.
And it's based on her womb. She was in such pain and she kept going back to a physician, but she was given a painkiller and a week later she passed away. But she was hemorrhaging. So that the blood needs to be repaired and built up. And then we will have our menstrual flow should be no more than a few hours, a day, 2, 3 days tops. And all of them who take Sacred Women, all of them who go to Womb Care Love, they have that experience of their wombs rejuvenating. And Womb Care Love is the blueberries, the blackberries, the raspberries, the cranberries, the strawberries, all the berry family. And that's a blood builder, a blood repairer. Then you have here your nutritional formula, which is your spirulina, your moringa, your turmeric, your sea moss, and that is to nourish the uterus. You have to nourish the uterus every day. What you put into your intake should build you up on a regular basis. So this is your nourishment, and that can prevent hysterectomies. Then you have to detoxify the uterus. So I'm not just talking of the work, I'm saying you can put in your tonics, your drinks, and you can begin to see a shift in one season of commitment. And this is to detox the uterus. So the mucus, which we're calling the cyst, can begin to break up. Then you have my fun one is the pink rose clay. And when you have pain, you put it on a gauze, place it over your womb, go to sleep. You wake up, 50% of that pain is gone the next day. Or if you have a vaginal discharge, infection, put a non-biodegradable cotton swab, insert it, keep it for 2 hours and rinse that out. And you'll start to repair and everything. And the final one is your Womb Care Love colon ease. Now, most issues with our uterus, including not going full term with our babies, and the baby will lose the babies in the 3rd or 4th month, is because there's congestion in the colon. as above, so below. And the average person, they have 3 meals a day, but they'll eliminate it maybe once for the day. That means at the end of the week, you have 14 meals backed up in your colon.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Oh, when you say it in those terms, okay.
All righty. I was a colon
Yeah.
therapist for 15 years. So people, because they come in one way dragging, when they leave out from their colonic irrigation, they have a new life. So this is like a colonic in a bottle of the oils, of the coconut oil and the castor oil and the black seed oil and the vitamin E oil. And it goes into the walls wherever there's a blockage, and you're taking your lime water and it's helping to soften that up and help to purge that out. Or it can help to also lubricate the uterus, because as we get older, our vaginal walls begin to dry out. That's the aging of the uterus. And you can de-age and bring her back to life.
And bring her back to life.
Bring her back to full life.
Oh, so now, and wait, is this, we can get this right now on your website?
Yes, you can get that now.
Right, so
it's actually called wombcarelove.com. You go right to wombcarelove.com.
Wombcarelove.com.
Wombcarelove.com, and you see that.
Wombcarelove.com.
And I want everyone to be okay, because the womb yoga dance is a part of the work. Because
dance too?
That's like you go to school and you have this course over here. Yeah. I have a school, and so in the school I have different trainings in the school. So womb yoga dance is a certification for those who want to become yoga teachers based on my system. 69 womb yoga poses and 39 dance movements, and they come into one. So you might see me on the internet, social media. I'm talking about boom, bop, bop,
yes.
bop. It's a language. Dance is a language, just like we're speaking. So in that language, you get into your center, you get into your power, you get into your breath, and you begin to, every movement, you get stronger and more vibrant. So, so the movements I'm doing, it's not a mystery what I'm doing. If we can get established, like, okay, like you said, I'm gonna start on the first. So right now, what you're doing is you're gathering, right? You're gathering. I'm gonna send you out as of this. I'm gonna send you out a kit. So that's gonna get you jumpstart, right? Those who are not doing the womb work, you can get my other kit, which is the Heal Thyself Detox Kit. And those are formulas it's co-ed, it's for women, it's for men. If you have low vitality, whatever the issues are, you can even call us and you tell us what is going on with you, and then we can recommend. So you're not just out there. We have a team that will support you and nurture you, and those who have very serious issues can get a consultation. But let's just all prepare for the top of the year. Let 2022 be the greatest year of our entire life.
Okay. I have to, you said, okay. So last year, when we, Taki and I was sitting here, we were trying to think about people who we want to bring onto HAPI Talks. And it was November of last year. Yeah. And I was like, we need to get Queen Afua. We got to get Queen Afua because she got to get our audience ready for January. Ooh. So that we can get them ready for the year, which was 2021. Yes. And we were like, okay, so we're literally calling every single person we know. Do you know Queen Afua? We need her phone number. So it took us a whole year, but that's okay, because now you're going to get us ready. You can get the HAPI audience ready for 2022.
Yes.
So this is fire. This is fire. This is so good.
Yes.
Family, please support this effort. Okay. QueenAfua.com, and let me put up the other one.
Wombcarelove.com.
Yes, everyone can start. You're right now. She's telling you, gather your stuff. I'm gonna be gathering all my things together.
Yes.
No, I'm not. I may not even be able to eat the cranberry sauce because I'm gonna be thinking about my womb now.
You can get organic. They also have organic.
They offer
that. So it's alternatives. It's food alternatives. I wrote a book called The City of Wellness.
Yes.
Restoring Health to the 7 Kitchens. I have 200 recipes in there, so you can have a holiday meal without hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So you just work the alternatives, and so once you learn that, that's part of the training. That's part of the classes. For those who, like, for example, they do it. We have a New Year, New You, 21-day detox. So use this entire time to actually start to prepare
Yes.
Start, doing your shopping, get your juicer ready, get your blender up,
Mhm.
and start drinking your water right now so you can start flushing and cleansing out. Then start to not eat after the sun goes down. Try to liquefy more. Take your juices. Eat your okra 2 or 3 times a week. We're going to be sending out preparation for those who want to do this. We do 7 steps of preparation. We'll get that out to everyone next week for the new year, so that you can really go in and not go back. And what I have learned that the longer the preparation, the more success. People wait until the day before and they start jumping in. They're going to jump out by the 3rd day.
Yeah.
So you got to start preparing now, and mentally, emotionally, because food is emotional. Food is family. And some people start crying if they have to give up a sweet potato pie. But you don't have to get up. You'll give you the recipe of a holistic one, because you don't have to put the eggs in it. You don't have to put the milk in it. You can use your almond milk. You can use your agave. So the alternatives, and to be able to eat foods that you know what I've learned inside of that book. I have Southern soul food recipes. I have Caribbean soul food recipes. I have African soul food recipes. I have Spanish soul food recipes. So it's really, food is the taste and the texture and the aroma. So if it's familiar with your upbringing, then you'll be able to go into it with just a shift of the seasonings will do it for us. So that's part of the teachings when you go through your 21-day detox. Will teach you how to set up your wellness home. So you have now a healthy home. From your kitchen is a healing pharmacy, to the bathroom is your hydrotherapy, where you flush, wash, cleanse, let it go. To the living room is where that's not your television room. That's where you build greatness and share vision with your family and do your meditation and your movements together. In your bedroom is your regeneration chamber, where you do your inversion. You put your clay pots and your cats over. 21 days of this life, and you have a community to do it with. It doesn't get any better.
It doesn't get any better. Family, let me put this right here, right there. And they can go to queenafua.com and get set up with the detox. And also, family, I want to thank. We were rolling, and I want to just make sure I gave a shout out to all of those that gave us money through the super chat. I saw Tiffany Wright, Dee Dee, and Jamie. Thank you guys. For that, thank you.
That's lovely.
Yes. It's oh my. I don't know how you have time to do all of these things, because you is yours one-stop shop. You're one-stop shop for wellness. That's why you are the wellness trailblazer. That's what's up. Okay, Queen. I'm not gonna keep you much longer. You're so good. I don't even have any questions. You've really answered every question I had.
Well, I'll you know what I could like to do? I like to first of all, I'm enjoying you just as much as you enjoy me. And if our community is you, and so through you, we're connected to, our people. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. One of the things we have when we talked about Man Heal Thyself, go to Amazon.com and get Man Heal Thyself, the Wellness Warrior's Journey to Self-Mastery. Yes, that is going to help our men, because the women are coming for the healing. We come to the women's circles, the healing circles. We do a lot of work as women to heal ourselves. But as we mature, our men are no longer in the house, because they are passing away in their 40s, their 50s, and their 60s. The women, my mother's 98 years old. My father passed some time ago. So what we want to do is we wanted to come up where we are healing together, and that we have longevity together. So I'm looking for families to begin to heal, and families to and write everything down. Like right now is a perfect time for the families to just write everything down that you may be going through. Is it high blood pressure? If it's stress, if it's quick to anger, whatever it is, write it down and say, we're going to let this go for 2022. And we're going to get a new life. And we're going to do it through nature. We're going to do it through garden foods. We're going to do it through Buddhist medicine. And we're going to work and heal. So I would say that this would be so wonderful for, in particular, everyone is going on the trip to Kenya with you. let them go well.
Yes.
Just be a part of it, wellness.
Oh my God. I was just thinking, because when you said that, I was like, okay, everyone started January 1st. Okay.
Yeah.
So by January, like at the end of January, we're already there. And so at one, you do anything for 21 days. This is now becoming your habit. So by the time you get to Kemet at the end of February, you are so open in every way to what, to everything that you're going to receive there. King Simon is giving you a special shout out.
Oh, King Simon.
King Simon, yes. And Dr.
Thank you, King Simon.
Yes, yes.
He's one of our treasures.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
You need to be sailing down the Nile, doing the yoga moves on the because we have one of our trips. We're going to be 4 days, going down the Nile River. We have a whole boat. The whole boat is ours. We need to be on. We need to have our sacred women yoga mats flying down there. Like, oh my God, like that. This is nice. So it's so interesting that you're bringing up that book, because right in the beginning, someone was asking, well, what about the men? What about the men? What about the men? And so you're like right there. This is what, someone's asking.
We have inside. I'm just going to call out some of these men. The first is the Papyrus of Anu. Arrange for me the way. May I renew myself. May I become strong. And so when the men go through their 12 weeks, they begin to strengthen themselves. And what I call and my son calls the Healing Juggernauts. So my son Supernova and Hallelujah Walcott, they are the main teachers, and they come together every Sunday. But then they have 12 men that actually walk them through these pylons. And so you have, for example, for the men, I just want to read, the family man of unity and wealth. We have the transformation man of renewal, the lover man of harmony, the communication man of connectivity and creativity, the intuitive man of clear vision, the universal humanitarian man, the nature man of regeneration, the alchemist man of change, the supreme man of self-mastery. And the thing is so beautiful because all the men are leaders. So what they're doing is they're being unified in their powerful leadership. Every single brother has a gift. He has something great in him. And so as we begin to cleanse and heal, then the men become really unified. And that is the key to our salvation. Unity, as Supernova says, is for the strong, and separation is for the weak. Smai Tawi, that unity of Upper Nile Valley Kemet, the right and left brain, the Asta Nasar, the masculine feminine principle. When we have a healthy, vibrant woman, and there's a healthy, vibrant man, then we have a healthy, vibrant nation.
Absolutely.
That's the resurrection. So from Man Heal Thyself, we call on the wellness warriors to come through. We have the Sacred Woman. Sacred Woman is phenomenal because it's an anniversary book. And after 20 years, it's gotten stronger. It's gotten stronger because this is the time that we're in. And this is the time for our transformation. And even this virus coming the way it came, it's really making us get tighter and closer together. That's what has happened. We have to. And the fact that you're taking a trip to Kemet and all the great minds that are coming together to do that trip. And also Tahuti Films, they're doing a documentary on my life's work. And so I just want to just, say thank you to them for being so devoted and connected. And we've been together for 20-some years. So they've been watching me grow up and grow through. And so in a few months or soon come, that's also being released. So I just know that it's the synchronicity and the coming together is, phenomenal that is taking place.
That's part of the impeccable listening.
See there. When you said I got chills. Thank you. You have received it.
Yeah. Let me tell you, you said some really really good things. You said a lot of good things, but ones that stood out was we have to give up all the dead. Yes. The impeccable listening. Ask, listen, and act.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
African natural lifestyle. Like I love that. And then you said another one that I didn't catch you when you were talking, because you went on to something even better. But when you said that we have to strive to get back to ourselves, no matter what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is? When there was a woman that went on her cleansing, 21. I remember she said, I didn't look in the mirror much. I just waited till the last day of my detox. She looked in the mirror, she just began to weep. She looked in the mirror and she said, I haven't seen her for 20 years.
Oh my God. Yes.
She reversed the aging process. The glow, the beauty, the majesty, the peace showed up, and she was able to see it clearly. So that's what happens when we begin to really let go of that does not serve us, that is dead, that is not life-giving, life-supportive. And we start to take on sun. Just think about, we're sun people. We're the sun people.
Yes.
Right? And being that we're sun people, if we would ingest foods cooked by the sun more and more, we would get our radiance back. We would bloom. We would have longevity. I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like I figured out life. I know how to help everybody right quick. And so, but I had to stay. I just tell my son, I said, your blessing's going to come. You just have to stay in your body long enough to receive it.
Yes.
And then he confirmed it with me. He told me that there was his spiritual godfather said someone very close to him he took his life, because his life, just as a musician, he was just so hurt that things did not go the way that he wanted them, and he worked so hard and it just never would happen. A week after he passed, his music went platinum. Just at that moment when we think, I can't go any further.
Yeah.
If we could just go in and just start to recalibrate and repair and renew and self-care, like it was as if your whole life depended upon it. Self-care, love yourself, then that means you will not attract relationships that will abuse you, that will bring harm to you. When you do that first movement and that first step of self-care as a way of life, every day, every round you go higher and higher. And I read frequency. That's what I read. I read frequency. I read frequency based on the elements. It's through dowsing, radionics. I've been reading frequency about 35 years. So I read frequency through ether, air, fire, water, earth, but primarily through the 4 elements. The 4 elements in our bodies, that's what nature is made up of. When there's a challenge with any of our frequencies, any of our elements, then we get sick. For example, but if you know the frequency that can get you well and you start to do it, then the reading will show vital power, vital energy, optimal well-being. Most people are vibrating on either a neutral level, which is average and normal, or they're doing on an adverse level, which is low vitality, or they're in a state of chronic. So you can pass through all of that and get to optimal. When you get to optimal, that's when you have health and longevity. That's when you have a clear mind. That's when you're living out your purpose. That's when you're attracting health relationships. That's when you have a clean bill of health. But you have to now, once you get to that lifestyle, so your air, for example, that represents your lungs. If you have asthma or allergies or shortness of breath, or you snore in your sleep, that means you're not getting oxygen to the tissues and the cells and the memory. So, but when you take in the food, the atmosphere, and you take in air through the foods that have life in them, then you become buoyant. You come back, you go forward. That's air. Fire is your bloodstream. If your blood is weak and toxic, then you might have heavy bleeding. You might get quick to anger. You might be impatient. You might attack people. That's the fire that's going off. So you have to clean up your blood. You got to take your ginger and your beets and your garlic, things like that, your leeks, to clean out that blood. The berry family, the blueberries, the raspberry, the cranberries, to clean up that bloodstream. And then if you have the water element out of your body's made of 75% water. But if you, and so many of our people are on dialysis, they have so many dialysis clinics have opened up in our community next to the fast food restaurants because our kidneys are failing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reason for that. Our kidneys are failing because our bodies can't clean up because it's an overload. But if you started to even just drink your water and take your cucumbers, the water foods, the watercress, the parsley, the dandelion, then you would your water would now begin to improve, and then your relationships would begin to flow. You won't be angry at your past. You would say, "Oh, that's why I had that experience. I need to make some changes." And you're now empowered by every relationship. That's your water element. And then find your earth element. If your earth element is nourished, then you are not stagnated. Your bones are supple. You're not looking to get a hip replacement as you get older or a knee replacement. I woke up one day, I was 40 years old. I said, wait a minute. I stood up and my knee kind of broke down. I said, wait a minute. I massaged a little bit. And I said, okay, I'm massaged. You good to go. Then I went to sleep and got up the next day and said, boom. I said, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. And I really went into a deep massage. I took a bath. I soaked. I said, now come on back. We don't have no time for that. The third day, it did the same thing. I said, okay, where's my green light? Where are my nutrients? I took my nutrients. I got my green juice. So anybody see me, they said, Queen's about to go get a green drink. I swear by a green drink. I'm going to bring that sunlight into my body, and the knees haven't bothered me since. So sometimes we're like prisoners in our own body. When the body stops working and body organs start dying, passing away prematurely, organs being removed, we can rejuvenate.
Yes.
We can build back up bones and joints. And so in that one, in the earth element, taking green foods every day will repair the joints and the bones, and they will knit. Now, some will say, I want to give up these toxic foods, but I'm addicted. I can't. And, in one's honesty, I say, I can't seem to do it. You know how you do it? I have a formula for that. There are 6 formulas that come with your 7 or 21 day kit. The formula that would knock that out of your blood would be your master herbal formula, 13 herbs, cleaning out the liver, the kidney, the gallbladder, the spleen. So after 21 days of going through and taking that, you're going to have a desire. Your desires for toxic food consumption become less and less and less. You take 3 cups of that each day, and you're just a week. You say, wait a minute. Oh, I haven't had sugar this week. It's cleaning out because that sugar makes you stress. It gives you arthritis. It makes you quick to anger. So you just start shifting your habits. The addictions will begin to leave.
I don't know if that's language I've ever used in my life.
Which is?
I don't know if I had sugar this week. What? I don't. My middle name, it's unofficial, but my middle name is Candy. So I can't even I don't even know if I could even utter those words. When you said that, I was like, oh God, I could actually say that?
Well, you know what I'm going to have to do for you. I know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go ahead and see your 21-day kit. I'm not going to see you the wound care love right now. I'm gonna have to see a 21-day kit because you remember you said you're gonna be the one?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to do it for my people.
Yes. If you feel, I'm gonna tell you why, because you are the living example. And when they see you shift, and you are very articulate, and so when they see you shifting and getting excited about your well-being, they will walk with you. And so the sugar is dangerous. It's a drug. And one of our beloved sisters, I don't remember her name, but she wrote a book called Drugs Masquerading as Food. Yes. So please, Google it. I know it's out there. Get the book. But that right there, the sugar eats away at the brain, the memory. Those who are suffering from Alzheimer's, as they had a lifestyle of, you have to protect your brain right now. What you do now is going to create your future. Right?
Yes, and I'm 50 years old, and I cannot, like, I was sitting here thinking, sometimes you can't do things for yourself, right? You may not be there, but you can do it. Like, I could do anything for my kids. I can do it, you know, and so I may have to shift this focus to someone else so that I can get this together. Because as you're sitting here saying, I'm like, no, not every time I forget someone, I'll be thinking this is the sugar. I got to get off the sugar.
With that brilliant mind, you don't
Yeah.
want to lose your mind. The mind is a terrible thing to lose.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, you know, and then it's also your nervous system. Things bother you more when the more sugar you have in your system. You're more sensitive to negativity. When you could actually shift the reality of everything around you, you don't feel your full power. The more sugar, so it depletes. It causes arthritis, aches, and pains. But it takes some work. It takes some cleansing. So that particular form of helps. And then many people, they wake up in the morning tired, and they go to sleep tired. They drag themselves through the day. But
Wait, what?
okay, still call me
Okay,
back.
yeah, I lost you for a second.
Somebody's trying to get in. My typers have impeccable listening. She's trying to get into the call. I'll call her later. But I will tell you, one of the formats that went viral, I'll say it went viral, is the breath of life. And that's inside your kit. That's one of the 6 formulas. Now, what happened was Laura London, she picked up the bottle and she said, this bottle of breath of life of Queen Afua is gold. And this was at the top of the coronavirus, right? And we went to having 2 people on team, and within a week's time, we ended up having 11 people on staff, because that's how many people needed that healing. And it's all plant-based. It's eucalyptus, it's peppermint, it's nature. The Creator already has given us all that we need. So from the green life to repair and build, I want you to imagine the bones and joints and muscles and nerves and stamina will be built up, and especially your immune system. And then you have the master herbal, and that's going to detoxify you. That's going to cleanse and wash the poisons and toxins out of your life, so you're not craving things that harm you, including the sugar. So we definitely have to put you, and for you, this is what has come to me as we're talking. This is the channel now. You could ignore it, but I'm going to tell you what it is. The 1st of Kwanzaa, you will have your kit the day before. Do you hear what I'm saying? You are. This is the channel, right? This is me as you were talking. Impeccable listening is on. This is the ask. How can I be of service to our sister who's going to be of service to the multitudes? Listen. I was listening as you were talking. I was taking it in, and then act. So I could have said, well, no, I'm not going to say that now. I don't have to talk till it come more. Spirit said, do it and do it now. So, okay, Most High. Thank you. There's no fight. There's submission to the divine that's in us. So I will get that out to you on Tuesday.
I have to act, because I've been asking.
Right. And so on the first day of Kwanzaa, you want to go forward and do it. And I'm going to give you a mini consultation and get you on board and send you your manual, so you can know all the choices of your menu plan, and you can have your checklist, so you can keep up with the wellness. And you have to be there a week before everybody begins.
Okay. No, that's good.
If you could be there a week before everybody begins, then you will be able to go tell on the mountains.
Yes. I love telling stuff on the mountains. I do. Everyone that is in this chat knows I love telling things on the mountain. And okay, this is good. I love checklists. I'm a Virgo. I love the checklists.
Oh, you're a Virgo. This is made for you.
Yeah.
It's the details of it. Yes. You'll be fine through it. And I'll tell you what, even if you say, I'm going to eat everything that I normally eat, what will happen is a week, 2 weeks later, you won't be able to eat it, because your frequency will be so high, you won't be able to take in toxic substance into your body.
I mean, but the things that you done said about the stuff I eat already, just those things are already giving me pause now. You know, like when you're talking, especially about the sugar and I don't want to get Alzheimer's. You know, I'm an occupational therapist, and I work with plenty of clients, and like the little needles, all those things you're talking about, I see it every day. I do not want those things to be part of my existence. I want to be flipping around like you are, because I see you flipping around, legs back here. I'm like, yes. So this is good. This
Yes,
is
my beloved.
my impeccable listening. I asked for this,
You did.
and it came today on HAPI Talks. So I have to act. I have to act. I have to act, guys.
And then you know what? We got a confirmation.
Yes.
You know what the confirmation was? My editor typist just called in while we're on right now. So that I said, okay, that's a confirmation for impeccable listening. It's coming through. And you're always going to see signs. And what happens with the impeccable listening, the cleansing, all that, then you're fine-tuning your divine instrument.
Fine-tuning my divine instrument.
So that you can hear. So that you can hear clearly. Because see what happens in the beginning of one's quest, they start questioning themselves. Say, what did I hear? Was that really me? Or was that, something else? What is that? But when you start to clear, that's why we have to clear the body for you to even really fully connect to the fullness of impeccable listening, right? And it's something because the day that it drops, it's the ebook. It's only going to be $9. So everybody can, and that's called the why is it 9? Because 9 is the end of our suffering. I asked the question. And people are going to be coming from every which way, and they're going to say, because I'm finally not listen to Queen Afua. Listen to your divine self. Because the Most High is in each one of us, giving us complete plans, strategies, ways, and means for everything that we could possibly ask. But as we clear the house, we won't get partial information because there's a static communication within us. A communication of confusion. And that's why when you start to really take on your healthier eating habits, so you take it for all the reasons, because you are responsible for all those who are going to go to Kemet, you and your circle. So it's not just a trip that is going to that will come forward transformed fully. And that the ancient ones, the shining beings, will speak through us and lift us up and help us to overcome the chattel slavery on every front.
Yes.
We must fully be empowered. Because after, you steal the people, and then after you steal the people, then you're gonna put millions of us, you steal millions of us, and now there's millions in jail. What kind of, now we back at it again?
Yeah.
And there's a price tag on women's breasts. Big money's made. If we don't know how to heal our breasts, big money's made if we don't know how to heal our wombs ourselves. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. We have to be able to take care of ourselves and heal ourselves and have businesses so that we can hire our people. Because even it's like once they come out of whatever that confusion, that state is, that we can put them into the rites of passage and help them get through. And then we are strong enough to give work to our people. And we become the bank for each other. And we become the investors for each other. Now that's freedom. That's empowerment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Ashe. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't even know where to. Yes. Yes. Just thank you, Queen Afua. Thank you. Okay. This is so inspirational. Family, please go. You have to go to her website, because we got to get on the 21-day detox, and where we can have another conversation to talk about what's going on and where we are, with this right here. And on the 26th of February, of the 26th of the first day of Kwanzaa of this month, the ebook will be out. It's $9. Okay. Impeccable listening. You have to ask, then you have to listen, and then you have to act. And it's so, that's one of the things we always say here at HAPI. It's like, like we sit and we listen to information, and, we're able to, say this and say that, but it's about action. We have to be about action. That's the only way things are going to get done. So, I just thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for just really lighting some fire. Light some fire. I'm very excited. Man, I'm gonna have to put them Twizzlers down. I want to have a mind. Mind.
No, you just have your, see what happens, you're not being deprived.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your favorite fruits that just do it for you.
Yes.
You know, string beans and kale and broccoli just is, in terms of vegetables, do it for me. Cherries and oranges with seeds in them and grapes with seeds in them, it does it for me. So your taste buds are about to shift.
Yes.
And the things that you used to be addicted to, it's going to break the addiction. So you're going to need it less and less and less. And after a while, you're going to take it. Oh, this doesn't even taste like, this is not doing it for me. Matter of fact, I feel a little stressed out from it. And so it's not going to be hard. All you have to do is take your formulas. Even if you're not ready to change your diet 1,000 or 100%, it's okay. I lay out enough information and inspiration. So if you just start taking your lime water every day, twice a day, that cleans out the mucus. And you say, I'm gonna have 2 salads and I'm gonna have a bowl of fruit. And even if you're eating a flexitarian lifestyle, because there's 4 levels. There's the flexitarian. Some will come in and have their chicken and fish, but they'll take the skin off the chicken and eat the chicken in the middle of the day. They will not fry it. You understand? But they'll have a used salad. They'll have their steamed vegetables. They'll have a whole grain. And so they'll have a small piece of the meat, but not much of it. And they have fish, no lobsters, no crabs, no shellfish, because they're the crawlers. And they eat all the bacteria from the bottom of the ocean, the bile of the other fish. So you'll start to have healthier habits. And then no more microwaving and no more frying, you steam and bake. But meanwhile, you're having a green juice. See, there's a flexitarian, the beginner's level. There's the vegetarians who are now steaming and having the black beans and the pinto beans and their lentil soup, and they'll make their own cornbread without the eggs in it. They start to go that level. And then you have the live foodists who want to go to a deeper level, and you have those going to juice for 21 days, or maybe when the sun goes down every day for the 12 hours of the night. So everyone will find and seek its own level. But what is consistent are the formula. These products have been out for 35 years. So I know that we can't even keep them on the shelf. You'll get 3 bottles of Green Life formula, 1 for each week. So I have measured it out. So I know when you come out of the 21 days, you're going to be anywhere between 50 to 100% better.
Wow.
Just by going through the 21 days. Yes. And if you're doing it together, you're stronger. Yeah. And so you'll get that 1 for each week. Then you'll have 1 bottle full of your Master Herbal, 1 for each week. So the first week of getting this Master Herbal form of the 13 herbs, you'll find, okay, I'm not craving 20%, craving is gone. 20 to 30%. Next week, 40 to 50% of the craving is gone. The next week, you just got to get through 21 days of it. And then 80 to 100% of the craving is gone. And now you're home free. So now you can be cleansing and repairing in February, making a trip, and then March coming, you already did your spring cleaning. So your whole world has opened up wide open. Money is flowing, relationships are getting healthy. Everything that you've been needing is coming to you. It was like it was on backlog. And you start cleaning up, and it comes to the front of the situation, and your life begins to flow. And I've seen it over and over again. So I know that it works when we tap in and get in line with nature. And then you'll get your jar of clay that you put over your knees, your bones, your back, your joints, wherever there's pain, and you sleep with it. And when you wake up in the morning, every time you wake up, you use it 3 times or 2 times a week, your bones are repairing, they're returning. Yes. You get your breath of life for your lungs, and all that mucus comes out your nose, your mouth, and you'll start to breathe deep. You won't be snoring. You won't be shortness of breath. You'll be able to run up the stairs and run down the steps. You'll be able to do it. You'll be able to jump on a bike, and you have been on a bike for years. You just have energy again. And so this is what you can look forward to. And we'll come as a mighty people, mighty and well and whole. And that is my prayer. And that's why I said, I have to have longevity, not for myself, but for my people. Because if I can have longevity, I can show them, I can prove them that they can get better, they can get stronger, they can be more vibrant, that they can be prosperous. If I can pass the test myself and I can commit to my own healing, maybe my people will be inspired. And so that is my prayer, and it's an unceasing, unending prayer that we will resurrect, and our homes become our hospitals. Our homes become where we heal at. Dr. Benjamin, who was the Surgeon General for President Obama, this is what she said. and I co-sign with her. Healing is not only done in hospitals and clinics. Healing is done in the home. I'm dropping the mic on that. Bye.
Yes, 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 yes. You done dropped this mic so many times. I'm tired of picking it up. Like you have been dropping the mic all since you got on. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? I love it. It's like you can't even say a sentence without saying some vegetables and blueberries in. I mean, like vegetables or fruits in it. Because when you're like, oh, you need to cleanse your liver, then you'll like say like 8 things. So it's like you have got to get this information out, you know. And so we are receiving that. I see all these people in the chat are receiving this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. You know, please, guys, let me. I'm gonna put up the 2 websites again to make sure that you guys have gotten this. queenafua.com, queenafua.com, and on the first day of Kwanzaa, okay, the ebook will be out. Yep, ebook means you can just get it right away. You don't even have to wait for it to come to you. All right, get the ebook. Impeccable listening. That I love the name. Like that's what's up. And I like that you have things for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, just everyday people. So we don't, you know, we love Laura London, we love Erykah Badu, love Jada Pinkett, all those people, but it's like you still have things for regular people. So that's what's up.
I love my people, period. So I meet my people wherever they are. And I'm always asking the question. I'm always asking, what do I do for the elderly?
Yeah.
What do I do for the babies who are struggling? What do I do for the teenagers? We finally launched our Sacred Teens Rites of Passage. So we have wonderful young daughters now doing this. And then in the springtime, we're gonna launch our young men, our teens, right? Our young wellness warriors. Because I come out of the 60s where it was about nation building. And so it still is nation building. Our people, we must be empowered. And I've been asking, and I'm seeing it come to pass. I'm grateful. So all of our ancestors that have inspired us all to do what we are all doing, we continue to give thanks and praise, and may we walk well and make them all proud of us, that we will fulfill what their vision was, what their prayers for us was, our grandmothers and our grandfather, because this is a time when people are hurting for their families that have made their transition. And I say, light a candle in their behalf and pour libation in their honor and tell them thank you. Thank you, mother. Thank you, father. Thank you, grandfather. Thank you, grandmother. Thank you, auntie, and thank you, uncle. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for giving me the gems and the pearls. Thank you that when I think of you, I feel hope. You taught me so much. So as opposed to being this a time of sadness, it's like a family reunion of the spirit. We're calling our ancestors out. We're having a spiritual family reunion. And so we're not sad. We are grateful and we feel honored that they have blessed us with their life. And one day someone will pour libation for you and they won't feel sad. They will be so happy that you blessed them with your vision in your life.
Yes. Oh, Ashe. Thank you. Thank you.
We're blissed out right now.
Yeah, I'm just like, so many things are running through my mind. I'm glad, the wait was worth the while, or the while was worth, whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm so happy that we finally got a chance for.
And we're not going to make this difficult to do this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to come back and check on us with this 21 detox.
Well, we're gonna work it out, because a percentage of whatever comes in must go to your company to continue to fortify for whoever comes out of your community. They call it the affiliate. I know we were going to go there, but that's where we're going.
Yeah.
So that it's called a circle. You have to keep the circle going. Who supports you, you will support them. We support each other. We support each other's works and visions and aspirations and everything. And then we have a prosperous, vibrant, healthy, knowledgeable, unified community.
And you know what? That's HAPI. It's cooperative economics, but economics isn't always just about money. It's this exchange of ideas. It's, it's exactly what we're doing here, and so, yes, we have to keep this in the family, and we have to be, independent, as a community. So this is exactly what we needed. Like, we needed this, we definitely needed this. And we had the sister on a couple months ago, Surviving Vegan. And she was shouting you out. She was, she's like, I just didn't come out of nowhere, so this is great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then text. I want to stay in communication with you. So you a direct communication. Send a text out to me, which I already have. I have you. It's already done. I already said it. My
well, you know what? So I'm gonna close out the show, but I just want you, don't go anywhere.
I won't go anywhere.
Stay backstage, and then we're gonna chat.
Okay. Fantastic.
You are so beautiful.
You know what this is? Do you remember that song back in the day? Be united and it feels so good.
Reunited. Yes, that's the African natural lifestyle. That's it right there. Oh my God. Yes. You are bringing fire. Oh my God. I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep tonight. Wow.
Well, with all that second fire, I want you to write down everything that you want for 2022.
Yes.
And watch every bit of it come to pass. That's called a done deal.
It's called a done deal. It's called a done deal. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. You're about to discombobulate me on my own show. This is great. Okay. And all your peoples, we have to give some shout outs because all your sacred women are up in this.
I love my sacred women, sisters, mothers, aunties, grandmothers.
Yes. Edie has been leading the charge, I tell you. So all you sacred women, please drop some jewels right now so I can say your name. But I want to thank you, Barbara. I saw you give a cash app. And please, guys, like this video, okay? Like this video. You are about to make somebody happy when they watch this show right here because you are dropping so much impeccable listening.
And everyone, I want everyone to send a donation to your work. Tell them how they can send a donation. Everybody who's listening, if you want us to continue to grow as a people, place your prosperity in this circle so that we can continue to have this type of education and inspiration. Tell them how they can make their offerings. Sacred women, wellness warriors, man, heal thyself, make an offering. Show them how much we care and love them. Thank you. Show your happy love via Cash App. Yes. Indeed.
Yes, because you guys don't know that, like this Cash App right here.
Yes.
The HAPI, the movie, the documentary.
Yes.
It was, it's beautiful, but beautiful ain't free. Okay, so it's just a lot of money to make that movie.
Absolutely.
All right. Yes. And so when you guys give us donations and when you buy our merchandise, those are all things that we can continue to build more things, for the community. So we really do appreciate any type of Cash App love you can give. And so thank you so much.
We have to take care of each other. We're responsible for each other. We have to take care of each other.
Yes. It's like when you were on the Breakfast Club, I was so feeling your energy. And it was like you were trying to get everything out. And it's like I feel like that right now talking to you. It's like I gotta get everything out to Queen like right now. But I so appreciate you. And I like, you are the #1 cheerleader for wellness, which is great. And this is exactly what we needed. Like we needed this over at HAPI. We needed to, we've been talking about the history piece. We've been talking about the politics. We've been talking about, economics. And now, tonight you have really laid down health for us. Okay?
Yes. Well, Mother New did it. If anyone will look closely, we both have Newt with us.
Yes.
And she has given us instructions. I said, wait a minute, is that Newt?
I know, I was like, wait.
The mother has spoken.
Yes, my best
She's
friend
telling
David.
us that we need to go ahead and birth a new world. Period. Point blank. We're going to birth a new world. And it's coming out of these wombs of these women who are
Yes.
melanin charged and fortified and supported by our divine men, fathers and uncles, elders and children. A whole
Absolutely.
community is coming forward and up. And I'm so glad to be a part. I love my
Yes.
happy family. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh, let me tell you, we love you too. Like, we love you too. This is exactly, I mean, this is great. You got to set up for the first day of Kwanzaa. You got to set up for January 1st. And, getting set up, we get to Kim it. It is just like you said, it's going to be just take off. Just take off.
Because you're bringing all your prayers and your aspirations
Yes.
to the Merkut. You're bringing your prayers to the beginning of time. And this is a frequency that will reverberate around the entire planet and wake us up from the dead. So it's already orchestrated. It's already laid out. We're just paying attention now. And we walk in power, we walk in strength, we walk in faith. Thank you so much. Yeah.
We are doing impeccable listening. Right
That's
there.
all. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
We're just doing impeccable listening now. And
Yeah.
you're the person that is coming back to me like this. So I'm like, it's a neon sign, impeccable listening.
Yeah, you know what? I'm already thinking. I can't wait to do our memes on December 26th. I'm like, get your impeccable learning. It is now live. Get your ebook, because this is, I like it. We always like things that are action driven. We have one of our, well, not one. I mean, he's the only one archaeologist, Anthony Browder, come on, and he's always about action. He's like, we talk some, and he's like, okay, now this is what we gonna do.
Love it.
Always, and that's how you are. You're like, okay, this is what's over here, but this is what we gonna do. This is what you can do. At every level, there's no excuse. Like the eating piece, you've laid it down. You're like, there's literally, you didn't say it, but I'm saying it. It ain't no excuse for none of us. We can all do this because you gave us levels in getting there. So that's the piece that, that's great.
Yeah.
You're not judging.
I would like to thank you. I'd like to just in the spirit pour libation for Dr. Africa, who is an ancestor, who was one of my comrades in wellness. He opens up the book Planet Heals. His work, his vision for us. We are living it and we're giving thanks. I want to give thanks to Dr. Sadie, also another master healer who graced us with his presence on this planet in these times. And so we just continue to give thanks to all of our healers, the ones who are struggling now. May they know that we love them and that we support them, and we thank them for all the work that they have done. So if you're feeling not as strong, just feel strong right now, that we're sending you so much love. And then all of those who are seeking a way out of the sickness, that there is a way already. The way has been made.
Yes.
The way has been made. And it is good. So we give thanks. Thanks to all of us. Thank you.
Yes. Right there. You guys get connected.
And Queen Esther's here with the earrings, with the earrings. That's the beauty.
Yes.
She's living in Ghana right now.
Yeah, you know what? I see her on social media, but I saw her over there, and I'm like, okay, Queen Esther's getting in. Let me just tell you a funny story about Queen Esther. So the first couple of days I was there, and she was like, "Oh, okay, this is what you wearing?" I was like, "Oh, okay," but you can't disrespect any older person, like ever, right? And so I was like, well, yeah, The next day she pulled out some little dress, some little scarf thing, and she was like, "Oh, put this on." I was rolling. I was like, okay, I like Queen Esther's little style there. She's no joke. I got to get in touch with her. I have so many pictures for her. I was like her personal photographer. I took a lot of nice pictures of Queen Esther.
How lovely.
I see her in Ghana. She's getting it in.
Yes. So we have work to do. My products are there. The government is testing them to see if it can be received. And if it's received, then it will be all throughout Ghana.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, so things are like we're doing great work, all of us. We're all let's stay encouraged and let's stay together because we're all doing great works and we have to connect, keep connecting, keep healing. And
Yes.
the more we heal, the more connected we're going to be.
Yeah. And it's like we're all going to the same place. You're taking us a different way to the same place.
To the same place.
Yeah, but it's
Wow.
all the same place, and this is, oh, wow, this is just really great. And another shout out to Michael Friend for giving us some Cash App love. He also helped us we had a premiere in DC. He was running our ticket table. So thank you, Michael Friend. He's actually the person who gave me my first acting job in DC. So shout out to him. But, oh man, okay. So going backstage, do not leave. Okay.
I'll be right here. I'll be right here. Thank you.
I keep telling you about backstage, and we just keep on talking.
Don't get us to going, honey. We got everybody be in our private conversation.
I know.
They're all a part of us. We know we're one people, so it's a joy. We should get this excited about each other. This is how. If we get this excited about each other, we are going to overcome everything.
Exactly. And you know what? The thing I like most about how you are and what you're saying is that I don't feel like I'm being judged, right? Because sometimes when people are like doing something and then you're not maybe at their level, sometimes they can kind of put judgment on you, or they can, it's just a way that they're just like, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. Why are you doing this? And you ain't saying any of that. You're like, listen, I got it all right here. I got this plan for you. I got this right here. And that's the part that's really very sincere and very, very nice. Thank you for that.
Well, there's a piece in this book. It's something that you'll say this right now because I just want to read this little piece inside of the anniversary because of what you're saying. And I think that's why a lot of young people kind of roll around and stay with me. And because I receive us wherever we may be. And there's always another step that we can get to. And they may come because they want to get one more step. And that one step, I said, okay, I'm going to be with you as you do that one step. And then when you're ready to take 2 steps, I'm going to be with you when you take 2 steps closer to who you really are. So I'm going to just read this little piece because when I first came, I said, see, that's called impeccable listening. I wanted to read this in the beginning, but I didn't until you said that. And then we'll go backstage. I'll go backstage and I'll be waiting. It says, the arms of sacred women are far-reaching. Sacred women embraces the least of us to the best of us, to the most blessed of us who are seeking wellness. Sacred women's arms are wrapped around the brokenhearted, the most disappointed, the hood girls, the vexing daughters, the angry mad daughters, the strippers, and the falling angels. The wise women, medicine women, sacred sisters, sanctified women, goddess women, holistic devotee mothers and daughters. They are all embraced within this book. They're flexitarians, pescatarians, lacto-ovo vegetarians, vegan, non-hybrid vegan, sun-fired, raw foodists, chlorophyllians, juicitarians. Baby boomers to Generation Z are in the sacred woman family. From the corporate woman who hit the glass ceiling to the entrepreneur fighting for her freedom. From the creative artists among those who influence social media to the liberation advocates. The home care providers and the Velvet Sword Clan. There are multitudes of tribes and clans and circles unified by sacred women. There are Christian, Rastafarians, Hebrew Israel, Muslim, Buddhist, Yoruba, Khan, Nuwabi, Universalists, and Kamites, nationalists. Sacred women all are on a path to healing the collective body, mind, and spirit of women.
Yes.
So yes, I do embrace us all, and I'm so grateful to be in that place to embrace us.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Should I go backstage?
I guess. Okay.
It's so good.
Thank you. I can't. Someone's like, this is like I can't keep smiling. I just like I can't stop smiling. Yes. Thank you.
Well, you know what? You can't. It's like we came over to each other's house and we said, "Oh, girl, let me tell you, all these good things are happening for us and our people and our this and that." and we're eating together, we're drinking, and we're laughing about the greatness and the Most High blessing upon all of our lives. And this is what it has been feeling like. So that's why, when you walk your girlfriend, at least in Brooklyn, I'll be with my girlfriend, my sister friend, and I'll walk her down to the corner from my house. I said, let me just walk you, not just just walk to the corner. And then I said, okay, we talk for another half an hour. When we get to the corner, then she said, you know what, let me just walk you halfway back. So then she walked me halfway back. We stayed here for another half. This is what we're going through right now.
I know. But this is why women need other women to heal. This right here. Because this, I tell you,
Right.
Why we need each other. Like we ain't got no time to be talking about each other or anything like that, because we need each other.
Yeah.
We need each other. And when we get this going, then we are healing. We are in a really good space. And then this brother over here that's all healed up. We together now, we making healed up kids. Like it's great. It's great.
Wonderful. I see the vision. I see it coming to pass. I'm living long enough to see, actually, I'm lived through 4 generations, so I've lived long enough to actually see the transformation of our people.
Yes.
So it's just, that's what makes me more excited for all of us, because I'm in the vision and I'm seeing what happens over time as we spread, like disease can spread, and it has, also wellness can spread. Now, I don't know how to get in the back room.
Okay. Oh, no. I'm just going to just remove you from here. You just don't turn off your camera. Okay. And then I'm going to say a couple of words, and then you just stay right there. And then I'll
Thank you, everyone.
Yep. Just don't turn off your camera.
I'm not turning off a thing. I'm going to sit right here.
All right. There you go.
Thank you, everyone. Love you all.
Thank
I love
you.
everyone so much. Thank you for the opportunity to connect. Thank you.
All right. Okay, bye. don't hang up. Okay. Yo, Queen Afua is like the bomb. Oh, my. Okay, guys. I just want to just shout out to everybody that's been up in this chat. Drastic. Dennis Boatwright, this brother is from Detroit. He got in his car with his 4 kids and drove down to DC to see the HAPI premiere. He has been so instrumental. He is part of our HAPI team at this point. So thank you. Sharon, T Wellbeing, Tiffany Wright. I've been seeing you've been all up on our social media lately. Thank you, sister. And I know that you are too a sacred woman. So yes. Tracy, I saw King Simon. Thank you so much. And Dr. Maat. I thank you guys all for being part of this. Make sure that you are supporting the Queen. Listen. December 26th for Stay at Kwanzaa. Make sure you get your book. This is that right there is we need that going into 2022. We get our mind right. We're going to get our 21 detox. So January 1st, we are ready. And then by the time we hit Kemet, we are just vessels. We are vessels waiting for whatever we're supposed to be doing to happen. Okay. I think that's it, guys. I just want to thank you guys all for coming through. Thank you for all the Cash App love. Thank you. And until next time, in the words of my one of my Jetnas, my good friend, my mentor, peace and blessings.
I don't know what we can talk about in this nation without talking about white superiority, honestly.
Who defines the meaning of God also defines the relationship between economy and God.
African Americans spent $1.3 trillion last year, making us the 16th wealthiest nation in the world. Why have we not turned those riches into wealth to develop our community?